And now we've got some breaking news emerging from KwaZulu-Natal, and police have arrested the mayor of Newcastle, Ntuthuko Mahlaba, as is an ANC regional chairperson. He was taken into custody less than an hour ago. We understand that Mahlaba was arrested in connection with the murder of Wandile Ngobeni, a former Youth League official. He's also been linked to the attempted murder of another ANC Youth League leader, Mafika Ndamane. That incident occurred in 2017. Okay, that's our breaking news. Let's get the latest now from Samkela Maseko, who's been tracking this story. Let's start. What do you know about this arrest of the Newcastle mayor?
Well, Peter, or Tony rather, what we do know is that Dr. Ntuthuko Mahlaba, the mayor of Emalahleni and the regional chairperson of the Emalahleni region, has been arrested about an hour ago in connection to the murder of former ANC Youth League regional chairperson in that region. That would be Wandile Ngobeni, and also the incumbent regional secretary of that region, Mafika Mdebele, not Ndabeni. It's Mafika Mdebele. There has been a political battle ensuing within that particular region. You'd remember that advocate Makosini Nkosi has just resigned as the official mayor of Newcastle, and Dr. Ntuthuko Mahlaba, the regional chairperson of that region of the ANC, then took over as the mayor of Newcastle. He has been going through an investigation by the South African Police Service for the longest of time. 2 of his bodyguards have been arrested in connection to this murder of Wandile Ngobeni and this political or attempted political assassination of Mafika Mdebele. Remember that both Mafika and Wandile were in a vehicle together in 2017 when they were ambushed by a hail of bullets, which subsequently led to the death of Wandile Ngobeni. And also Mafika Mdebele surviving those bullet wounds and recuperating, being in hospital and coming back to full strength. They've recently, about a week ago, when Dr. Ntuthuko Mahlaba was inaugurated and put there as the mayor of Newcastle, they sent out an open letter saying that they believe that Ntuthuko Mahlaba is at the epicenter and the money bags and the idea behind the death of Wandile Ngobeni and the attempted assassination of Mafika Mdebele. But the key word here being all of this is alleged at this point in time. Dr. Ntuthuko Mahlaba rather has not been found guilty by any court of law, but interestingly, the ANC PEC yesterday held a special PEC meeting and resolved that all of those who are charged with murder and any serious crime should resign from government and also recuse themselves from any leadership positions within the ANC. That does not only, should Dr. Ntuthuko Mahlaba be charged, that does not only fall on him, it also falls on Mluleki Ndobe in the Mzimkhulu and Herigwala district municipality.
Very true. Why would he want the murder to take place in the first place? Why are they accusing him of this?
Well, they are essentially accusing Dr. Ntuthuko Mahlaba because there's been political tensions in the Emalahleni region. You'd remember that the tensions were particularly high going to the ANC's Nasrec conference and their own bitter feuds for the regional conference that was going to take place in the Emalahleni region, which subsequently took place, and Dr. Ntuthuko Mahlaba subsequently elected as the regional chairperson of that region, and Chris Hlophe subsequently elected as the regional secretary. You've had the Youth League, which was against the bloc of Ntuthuko Mahlaba and their particular faction that now leads the ANC within that particular region. And this Youth League bloc was predominantly supporting the then Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma. Not to say that these political killings may be linked to these 2 political figures, Cyril Ramaphosa and Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma. These are basically regional political dynamics within that region, as you have the own regional dynamics happening in the Herigwala region, which subsequently led to the death of the former ANC Youth League Secretary General in 2017 as well. That would be Sindiso Makaka. But KwaZulu-Natal in the next 2 to 3 months is going to be a buzz. The South African Police Service and this task team looking into political killings that President Cyril Ramaphosa has set up with Minister Bheki Cele is seemingly sweeping throughout the province. You are looking here at about 5 mayors that will be apprehended by the police. I say this with authority that it's 5 because I've had reliable sources within the police service saying they have 5 mayors and they're going to be nabbing them. It basically means now it's 3 to go, 2 are down who have been arrested allegedly for political killings.
Why did the former mayor resign in the first place?
Advocate Makosini Nkosi resigned of political tensions in the region, saying that he was at loggerheads with the regional leadership led by Dr. Ntuthuko Mahlaba and the regional secretary, saying that him as the mayor then, Advocate Makosini Nkosi, was perceived as an obstacle by the regional leadership of that region led by Dr. Ntuthuko Mahlaba and Chris, the regional secretary. So he had to subsequently resign, and the ANC's deployment committee probably resolved that you must have the regional chairperson of the region becoming the mayor of Newcastle. We don't know what was the subsequent reasons behind that. What I do know is that Dr. Ntuthuko Mahlaba was originally on the ANC's province-to-province list to go to the legislature. He was far down on the list and may have not made the cut to go to the legislature, and subsequently they thought that it would be quicker and better to make him the mayor rather than to wait for the national elections and the provincial elections to take place for him to go to the legislature with no guarantee that he may have become the MEC of Health.
Okay, what is the latest, though, on the Mayor Ngobe situation?
The issue of Mayor Mluleki Ndobe is that the ANC PEC held a special PEC meeting yesterday, and it resolved that, you remember we spoke to Noma Kukusimelani in court, and she said that they do not want to have a Ndobe resolution like we had the Delil resolution in the Democratic Alliance, but they want to have an overall resolution that will apply to all circumstances and situations looking into political killings in the province and those who have been charged with serious crimes. For instance, they are saying that all the ANC councillors who are currently behind bars, it's about 7 to 8 of them. I would, off the cuff now, I'd remember one of them. That would be the ANC councillor in eThekwini, which our colleague covered, in the death of Councillor Maphumulo in Umlazi. That would be Councillor Nochieza of the ANC in eThekwini region, and eThekwini municipality was currently behind bars for that alleged political assassination. You've got TK in Pietermaritzburg, not TK Ngiza, another TK councillor in the ANC's Umsunduzi municipality in the greater Umgungundlovu district municipality in Kwapata. I'm not sure which ward is that, but it's in the upper areas of the Msunduzi area in Pietermaritzburg. He's currently behind bars over a case of political killings. We've got another one, ANC councillor in Mnambiti. That would be the Ladysmith area, who's currently behind bars. Now you've got one in the Emalahleni region, whom we're not yet sure if he's been charged with the murder of Wandile Ngobeni and the attempted murder of Mafiga Mdebele, the regional secretary of the ANC Youth League. So you're probably looking at about 8 to 7 ANC councillors and 2 high-profile politicians, which would be Mluleki Ndobe and now Dr. Ntuthuko Mahlaba. And in the words of some in the police service, 5 mayors, 2 down, 3 to go.
Okay, we'll keep watching that. And just so the President's task team looking into political killings in KwaZulu-Natal, would you say that it's actually bearing fruit now?
It actually looks like it's bearing fruits, because when you look at the interview that Minister Bheki Cele did with our colleagues Pamandla Goke about 3 weeks ago at the Durban airport, he said that they have arrested about 126 pull triggermen who pulled the gun, who pulled the trigger. They are now going for the political heads, the masterminds, and the money bags behind these political assassinations. Are the words of Minister Bheki Cele proving to be true? Some may say they are. You've seen 2 arrests now, Dr. Ntuthuko Mahlaba and Mluleki Ndobe in the Hirikwala district municipality, who have allegedly plotted to kill and killed ANC senior leaders and some leaders in the province, Sindiso Makaka and Wandile Ngobeni. The key word being alleged, not yet proven by a court of law, no one found guilty as yet.
Very true. Just lastly, Samkele, let's just take us through why there are so many political killings in KZN.
Well, if you look into the former ANC's Secretary General's diagnostic report going towards the ANC's 54th National Conference at Nasrec and also the ANC's policy conference, when he basically presented a diagnostic report of the ANC's ills. The ANC is basically suffering from sins of incumbency. The ANC's in the words of Gwede Mandashe in that report, the ANC's cadership has deteriorated to an all-time low. There needs to be cader development. People, it's a smash and grab within the ANC. People are fighting and scrambling to access to resources. It's no longer about the people. It's about access to resources. It's about tenders. It's about blue lights. It's about deployments, and no longer about the people. That was the diagnostic report of the then Secretary General of the ANC. Gwede Samson Mandashe, basically looking at the issues that have bedeviled the governing party in the country. You've looked at the issues such as the political assassinations in the eThekwini region. You look at the all-out war that was happening in areas such as KwaXimba, Entanga, between the South African Communist Party and the ANC, which ultimately led to the South African Communist Party in that province being unhappy and asking the then mayor of eThekwini, who was subsequently removed after 3 nullified regional conferences, that would be James Nxumalo saying that he and the Communist Bloc must contest elections in that province, leading to an all-out war in that particular era of Wadwan Gwaklimba between the ANC and the Communist Party. You look at the political assassinations that have taken place in areas such as Enanda. You look at the death of the then former regional secretary of the ANC in the eThekwini region, which is Sibusiso Sibiya, the death of Wandile Mkhize in the Lower South Coast region, the death of also another ANC leader in the eThekwini region, that would be Shibe, and another death in the area such as Emalahleni, which was, you'd remember that bite that our colleague Xolim Gambi played when ANC councillor was buried, where Mluleki Ndobe spoke about the masterminds behind political killings in that region. We've also had regions such as Vryheid, such as Harry Gwala, who've seen political killings, Lower South Coast. It basically tells you that the ANC may be at war itself, and guns are being used to silence those who are critics of those who are in power at then point in time.
You paint a very scary picture, Samkela Masego there. The breaking news, of course, emerging from KwaZulu-Natal, that police have arrested the mayor of Newcastle, Ntuthuko Mahlaba. He's a senior ANC regional chairperson of Emalahleni in that particular province.